Hello friends, I welcome you to EPG Pathshala. My name is Chef Jaswinder Singh. I am working as assistant professor in University Institute of Hotel and Tourism Management. Dear scholars, I would be taking module named as Organization of Kitchen Department. Learning objective. After reading this chapter, you should be able to understand the importance of the kitchen department and the role it plays, know the classical brigade of the kitchen, and figure out the organizational structure of the kitchen department in hotels and food establishment of various types and sizes. Know about the various personnel in the kitchen and their duties and responsibilities, and also about the personal attributes required in the kitchen personnel. Hierarchy can be referred to a modus operandi in which members of any particular organization are aligned according to their designation or position, right from the highest designation to the lowest. In case of food production, subsections it can be defined as a system in which all the employees of kitchen department are classified in right order, starting from the executive chef and going through all designations and ending up with kitchen helpers. Getting the food production department staff does not only focus on designating the employees but also takes care of employing the right people with the right amount of employees required. Staffing can be defined as the real determination of the employees working at different levels, which depends upon the various factors as the extent of the menu and the market a kitchen is serving, use of prepared convenience foods, types of equipments available, need of skill involved at the various levels, the size of the establishment, kitchen organization. The organization of the hotel and restaurant kitchens depends upon the size of the operations, type of the menu and type of the service, type of clientele. Now we discuss about the classical brigade. Chef Auguste Escoffier was the one who developed the concept of classical brigade, which in French is known as brigade de cuisines. A hierarchy system, classical brigade in other words can be defined as true number of employees required for any particular organization. The entire kitchen was apportioned into two parts, and that system is still continued in most of the organizations. The main basis of following the concept of classical brigade is to allot the duties and responsibilities and allot the area of work by party or corner. For instance, grill party, roast party, vegetarian party, etc. In that scenario, there were not much facilities available like the machineries or advanced technologies were not in run. So the requirement of the workforce was identified and employees were supposed to do every work manually. And we start with the executive chef, chef de cuisine, then sous chef, second chef in command, then chef de partie. Under chef de partie, we have commis 1, commis 2, commis 3, under commis 3 apprentice, helpers and trainees. Now we discuss about the role of executive chef. Number 1, planning menu. One of the main function which is being performed by the executive chef is that he holds the responsibility to plan an approaching menu, keeping in mind all the aspects which have a great impact on planning a menu, and he is required to notify all the activities which are considered major for planning the menu. The menu should be planned according to various factors, for instance, eating trends, eating habits, availability of raw material at the particular place or spot and during particular season, and variety of the meals which are being offered by the food outlet. Second, forecasting. The chef must be skilled enough and should have enough knowledge that should be able to identify the right estimates of the volume of production prior to indenting and making the purchase for the required ingredients. And for accomplishing this function properly, he must take care of the following points narrowed down below. Number one is previous year's revenue during the same period of time presently going on. Second is the revenue forecast from F&B service departments. Third is the day-to-day number of the people consulting the hotel or the restaurant for inquiries and parties or events. Fourth one is chef's own experience. And third major duty is purchase. The another role which is being played by the executive chef is that he has to find out the actual amount of the ingredients to be purchased, as if the purchase is not made in a correct way, then the food cost will rise, which may have a great influence on the revenue of the outlet. If the excessive raw matter is being purchased, then it may cause the wastage, and it less amount of raw materials purchased as compared to required amount, then it may lead to loss to the business and will reduce the reputation and goodwill of the outlet, due to which number of the client will lower down. Fourth, planning work schedule. The another main aim of the executive chef is to plan the work schedule in his department. He should allot the duties at a particular time to each employee in such a way that there should be enough of the manpower required every time so as for smooth functioning of the organization. And it's not only for the time period when the organization is running in the regular normal season in the outlet, but the schedule should be planned by him in such a way so that there should be enough workforce during peak season or festivals as well. Fifth, staff hiring. In respect of food production department, when any new employee hired, all the details and instructions for the hiring the staff are expressed by executive chef only because he deals with the word on daily basis. Although at the last the employee is hired by the after the final decision of the personnel manager. Sixth is training. The another role which is being performed by the executive chef is that for the smooth running of business, he should organize the trainings for programmers, not only focusing on getting the newcomers trained, but also to enhance the skills and techniques of existing employees. Whenever any new dish is being formulated and is being added up in the menu, it is only the executive chef responsibility to narrow down all the details and method for the dish. Therefore, the training programs are majorly required for the maximum profit and smooth functioning of outlet. Seventh, supervision of the staff. Whenever new outlet is seated up in the market, the executive chef hires the employee for kitchen at different designation, and the executive chef assign duties to the chefs working just under the executive chef to keep the check if the functioning of the kitchen is going on as per the standard. Eighth is functioning. Another main role which is being performed by executive chef is that he have to keep a regular check on day-to-day functioning of the kitchen subsections so as for the smooth running of business. Ninth, the executive chef is the one who holds the duty of carrying on the close relationship of food production department with other departments for operating the business smoothly. He is the one who ensures a good employer to employee relationship. He takes care about every need of his staff as he is the one who represents his staff to management. Therefore, he is the one who takes every request of his employees to the top management. 11th, he is the one who attends all the meeting on behalf of food production department. He also aims at keeping the kitchen neat and clean and keeping the environment of the kitchen healthy and secure. 13. He is the one who is responsible for entire arrangement during any event or function in the hotel. 14. He keeps a check upon that if the best procedure is followed in the kitchen properly at a regular period or interval of time given by executive chef so as to prevent from pest and keeping the kitchen clean, healthy and hazard free. He is the one who maintains the discipline and the decorum within the food production department and subsections also. 16. He must be really dedicated for giving his best in every work related to his team and must be willing to learn every skill involved in his job. 17. He should be well aware about all the techniques so as to handle and operate all the kitchen equipment safely and properly. 18th. The executive chef is the major person who have to look after personal hygiene of every employee and hygienic condition of food to be served as well as the equipments in which the food has to be cooked. He is the person who has a full potential of doing work with a great dedication. He is the one who is very skilled in his team and he is very creative and doing innovation in cooking, presenting, etc. 20th. As expressed in all above points, an executive chef is the only person in the kitchen department who is responsible for entire business operations and even all the kitchen's staff works under him. Only hence he have to look after each employee's concerns, interest, etc. so as for their satisfaction and to keep them happy with their work. The executive chef should be cooperative to everyone and as all the operations lies within his palm of the hand, therefore he must be honest to his work as well. Now we discuss about the duties and responsibilities of various chefs. Number 1, sous chef. The sous chef, second highest designation of the food production subsection. He is the supporter of the head chef. Let's just say that he is the executive chef's right hand, as the executive chef can't have a direct check over the whole kitchen subsection. Therefore, all the daily operations of the kitchen department are carried out under sous chefs. Supervision, all the activities related to the food production department are performed under his surveillance. Only he keeps a close observation on every function or activity performed by the other chefs under him. If we say the sous chef's responsibilities are same as the executive chef's duty, when he keeps regular check on the activities performed in the kitchen department, then afterwards he have to give all the report to the executive chef. In other words, the sous chef is answerable to the executive chef. It is not necessary that sous chef should be just one for a single outlet. This designation can be allotted to many depending upon the number of kitchens and the number of the restaurants. Basically, more than one sous chef are hired in the large organizations. Chef de partie, CDP. The CDPs can be known as the chefs who actually perform the everyday function of cooking in the kitchen department. For every section of the food production department, there are different CDPs. Regularly do the same work and hired for the following section only. They basically perform the entire cooking activities with the help of the apprentice and commis. Now let's just go through various CDPs and their duties and responsibilities following are listed below. Sauce cook or chef saucier, as explained above, the CDP is majorly responsible for performing the cooking activities. For that he performs following three functions. First, he gets entree ready, for instance to see all meat and poultry products and the game birds, majorly those which are not roasted or grilled. For second, he gets his own mise a plat ready, for instance the pre-preparation which are done before cooking, like cutting, chopping, gathering the ingredients required. Roast cook or chef rotassier, he holds the entire responsibility roasting and grilling the items, in other words getting the roasted and grilled items ready. Not only this section also concentrate on preparing the accompaniments, and for deep frying section as well as sauces and garnishes for roast and grills are also produced here in this section. Fish cook or chef poissonnier. The CDP of this department should hold a great knowledge about the recipes of cooking various fishes and their accompaniments, as all the fishes apart from the grilled and deep fried ones are prepared in this section only. Grill cook, chef grillardin, the grilling of various dishes is done by this chef only, and for sometimes these chefs work for roast section as well. Vegetable cook, chef entremetier, chef of this section is responsible for preparing various vegetables and getting them cooked, and potatoes as well, but except deep fried ones. Soup cook or chef potage, the chef of this section is the one who prepares the soups and its accompaniments, and so the garnishes as well. This section implies the great impression about the meals which are being followed. Therefore, the great care must be taken. Larder cook or chef garde manger, the chef of this section holds a very responsible job, as this section has never ending and continuous tasks to do. This section is the garde manger section, and all the cold preparation are done over here. For instance, getting the hors d'oeuvres, salads, canapes and sandwiches ready. Therefore, this is the cold division of the kitchen. This section is also responsible for the prior preparation of all the dishes which are being prepared by the other subsections of kitchen department. Hence, for proper and smooth performance by other section, the performance of this section chef is very necessary. The preparation of game, poultry and fish and undertaken in this section only. Even the cleaning and portioning of meat is responsibility of chef garde manger. Now we discuss about Indian section chef. The chef of this department is the one who prepares all the Indian recipes mentioned in the menu and gets the dishes ready. Tandoor, halwai, curry, rice, vegetable, etc. generally comes under this section only. Pastry cook or chef patisserie. The chef of this department should be enough skilled, and his specialization is required to work under this section. This section generally includes the preparation of all continental sweets, the bakery products prepared by pastry section, and the pastries too. Relief cook or chef de Turant. This chef is the one who has skills and knowledge about all the departments in the kitchen. And this chef is basically the senior chef, and this chef is supposed to do work any section at the situation when the chef of any section is on leave or has an off day. Breakfast cook, chef de pâtisserie junior. This chef has to start his work very early. He is the one who holds the responsibility of completing the breakfast services, and this doesn't end at the breakfast only. After he is done with his work of breakfast service, he is supposed to work upon Mizapla and with next chef. Staff cook. He is the one who is responsible for preparing the staff meals. Commis. Commis are generally those employees who assist the CDPs in doing the prior preparation for food. Mizapla. Cooperation of kitchen with other departments. Coordinating with front office subsection. Front office department is the one who is dealing with the arrival and departure of the guest in the hotel on the daily basis. All the information regarding regular arrival and departure is given by the front office department to the food production department, which helps to predict that how much volume of the food is to be cooked for a particular day according to the house count. With the association assistance of front office kitchen people promote sales by explaining the guest as to what is available and where it is available. Front office gives the list of VIP arrivals because if all the department knows the name of the VIP guest and few little information about the guest, it will only lead to the maximize the profit and reputation of organization. Cooperation with housekeeping. It generally coordinates with the housekeeping subsection in order to keep the kitchen area clean and in order to get the supplies of the linen like aprons, dusters, kitchen towels, etc. at the regular given period of time. Cooperation with F&B service. The kitchen department staff and the F&B department staff should collaborate with each other because F&B personnel are involved in the selling of the products made by the kitchens department. It is the duty of the F&B personnel to give the intimation about the various parties to be hosted in future, and in turn it is duty of the kitchen people to provide food at right time in hygienic condition. Also, F&B personnel must be aware as to how much time does a dish require to get ready because they are the ones who are directly associated with the guest. Cooperation with the maintenance department. Maintenance department is the engineering department, and this subsection is concerned with maintaining and repairing all the equipment fitted on or operated in the hotel. They are given responsible introducing the new equipments and intimating the staff how to use the equipments. The kitchen department coordinates with this department just for the maintenance and repairing of the kitchen equipments and keeping them in working conditions. Cooperation with store purchase. This department will provide all the raw material as required by the chef. The chef must indent in time to ensure that the purchase personnel gets sufficient time to procure the raw material. The chef also gives purchase specification from time to time depending upon the recipe requirement. Cooperation with the management. Department must cooperate with the management and should provide the things result which the management want to have as per the menu requirements. Further, the department should incorporate the new changes which the management suggests, so a good cooperation between the kitchen staff and the management should be promoted. Now we discuss about kitchen stewarding. This section has the duty of handling and cleaning the soiled dishes and subsequently furnishing the clean items. This department is also responsible for the control over the storage and control over the breakage. This department is also responsible for supplying and the clean sanitized equipment to kitchen department as well as service department. Dishes to restaurant, coffee shop, room service, banquet, etc. During the event of any banquet function, it also issue required service where against the function prospectus to the banquet department. Cleaning can be done manually or mechanically. Function of kitchen stewarding. Dishwashing, this is the principal work of kitchen stewarding department. They are responsible to clean all crockery, cutlery, flatware, glassware which received from different food and beverage outlets like restaurant, coffee shop, bar and room service. Dishwashing can be performed manually or mechanically or by both. If mechanical dishwashing is carried out, then kitchen steward should be well trained in advance that how to operate dishwashing machine. Pot washing. Pot washing area is usually located in the kitchen department where all the used pot like stock pots, sauce pots, pans and other kitchen utensils are cleaned and washed. Utility worker can be deputed on rotation basis or on regular basis from kitchen stewarding department. It's up to chief kitchen steward. It's up to the chief kitchen steward. Pot washing and dishwashing are performed separately as pot washing is related with kitchen utensils and dishwashing with serving utensils. Storing of equipments in most of the hotel, kitchen stewarding department is also responsible for maintenance the main stock of food and beverage and kitchen utensils. They are responsible for storing all necessary equipments used by various banquets and restaurant, kitchen and F&B department like chefing dish, platters, bowl, tray, salver, crockery, cutlery, glassware, pots, sauce pots, etc. Polishing EPNS electroplated nickel silver. These cutleries are expensive than regular stainless steel cutleries. These utensils require regular cleaning and polishing weekly or twice in a week, which can be done by polywood method, plate powder method, burnishing method and so on. Organized staff cafeteria in most of hotel. Kitchen stewarding also deals with staff cafeteria. The distribution of prepared meals is done by the stewarding like organizing food counter, cleaning of dishes and buffet counter. This department is also responsible for proper garbage disposal. Garbage can be wet or dry, both are operated by KST. KST collects garbage on daily basis from different sections and departments segregate them and finally dump into a garbage room. Here is the conclusion. It is important to have a well out organizational chart with listed job in a kitchen effectively and professionally. Chef August Augustus Escoffier was the first person to formulate the hierarchy of professional kitchen, where he placed the chefs on various levels depending upon their skills and the requirement of the menu. The classical French menu comprised of many courses and hence many chefs are required to head each section of the kitchen. The modern hotels, however, are drifting away from the classical model due to high labor cost and availability of efficient machinery. In this chapter, we discuss various key points that formed the classical brigade of the kitchens. Apart from these, we discuss the job responsibility of all the people in the organizational structure of a modern hotel. We saw how the executive chef is responsible for various other jobs apart from cooking, such as hiring, cost controlling, designing new ways of doing jobs effectively. Thank you so much.